Salutations, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome back to Torpedoes and Tarantulas. I am your host, Jeff. And for those who were just thrown off by that large word that I used for a greeting, that was salutations. It's a fancy way of saying hello. Google it and you'll figure it out. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys who watched my videos probably picked up on that pretty quickly. If you did, drop me a line down in the comments. Let me know. Anyway, today we have a feeding video, and this one is possibly going to be a full collection feeding video because this is one of those points where right now there's no more tarantulas in pre-molt, no more tarantulas early in post-molt, so we're going to feed, or at least attempt to feed, all four of these guys. I apologize in advance if there are any feeding attempts and the feeding is not caught on video, but I hope that you guys do enjoy the content that we get. And I'm looking into doing possibly two more videos tomorrow. One of them is going to be a rehouse, and the other one will be an update on my other invertebrates. Tonight, this is just solely a tarantula video. I'm going to get set up and get ready to feed, so guys, sit back, relax, and let's get ready to feed some tarantulas. Darn it. Okay, guys, so I just want to apologize right off the bat. First rattle out of the gate, I screw up the first feeding. I apologize. I put a roach in with my Harpectura pulchripes and did my commentary and everything and thought that I had unpaused the video, but I did not. And unfortunately, with the cloudiness on this enclosure and everything, you will not quite get to be able to see it. But trust me, it is feeding. So let's move on to the next three, and hopefully we don't screw those up. Alright guys, and here we go. The next feeding here will be my Brachypelma auratum, whom I still don't have a name for. It's a suspect male, so I will be kind of leaning toward male names until it proves me wrong in a molt or two or whatever. If you have any suggestions, drop those down in the comment section. But for now, let's go ahead and feed it and see how it reacts. Very hungry tarantula. Very, very nice takedown. This one, I like this guy because it reminds me a lot of my GBB Augie. It never, when it's hungry, it never disappoints when the feedings with the takedowns and everything. Now let's see if it gives us a good little happy dance like it did last weekend when my niece Emma helped me. Apologize for out of focusness and shakiness when you've got a 13-year-old who's never really taken a lot of video. And that's what you get. Hopefully I can teach her and we can collaborate and do better content together. But anyway, there is my Brachypelma auratum eating a very large red runner roach. I'm just not sure whether it will give us a happy dance, but we will wait a few more seconds, and hopefully I won't bore you guys as we wait. Ironically enough, wait a minute, we got some movement. Some fang action maybe. Got a little bit of action going on there, guys. See how beautiful this tarantula has turned out since it molted. Now that I've got a closer view of it again, I just want to mention that with the equipment that I have, the colors are really washed out with the light that I have on it. But you can really see those orangish hairs on the abdomen and the jet black on the femurs. And although, like I said, you can't see it, the bright red that is on the knees there. Such a beautiful species. And now it is very happy as well. So that's pretty awesome. You always want to see your tarantulas doing this happy dance thing. As you guys can tell here, This one's enclosure is quite small, and I'm thinking about relocating it fairly soon. That goes back to one of the videos that I was talking about. I'm thinking about doing tomorrow. I am probably going to rehouse my Chromatopelma cyanopubescens augie tomorrow into the Exoterra Nano enclosure that I got, and I will probably put this tarantula, we still don't have a name for, suggestions guys, into his old enclosure until I can get it something better. But there has been my Brachypelma auratum feeding on a red runner roach, and now it is very happy and entertaining us with a dance. Just a little side note. You guys probably thought I was gone. Just a little side note. Last week was this tarantula's first post-molt feeding. I think you guys saw two, maybe three, but I think it was two roach takedowns on this tarantula. Well, after the video, it took down two more. So this tarantula took down four pretty good sized female lateralis roaches last weekend post-molt. And its abdomen is still quite small. So we're working to fatten this thing up. Now let's go to our next Brachypelma, who is in a post-molt and is hopefully very hungry. Sorry, the happy dance is just so entertaining. Okay guys, so this was one of the attempted feedings that I was talking about. This is my Brachypelma hamori. If you follow my channel, you know that my Brachypelma hamori just molted like 6 or 7 days ago. So here we are. This is going to be the first post-molt feeding. Let's hope we can catch it on video. Of course, it is down in its burrow like it always is. So I may have to change the angle here in a second, guys. So just please bear with me. And I hope that we can give you guys a feeding with my baby. I just wanted to mention to those of you who have been following and have known about my hamori for a while that it does not have a name. Of course, we're not certain yet of the sex, but for now, because it is so small, I've decided to go ahead and call it Tiny because it is tiny. But that is the best view that I can get of it for right now. As I mentioned, for those of you who haven't watched the video in a couple of days, it seems to be hungry and it's digging its way out. It ended up burying itself again. This darn thing will do some digging, and it digs, the soil down, and it carries it up to the top, and after a while, it just kind of gets lazy and deposits the soil, the substrate, like halfway, and it just keeps doing that until it buries itself again, but it does seem to be hungry, and it seems like it's trying to dig its way out now. Hold on, guys. Let me get a better angle and a more stable shot, and hopefully we don't miss anything. Back again, guys. Let's see if we can get a takedown. A near miss. Darn it. Of course, the roach keeps retreating, but we will convince it to go down in there and face certain death. But you can tell just by those reactions that my tarantula is very hungry. We're going to try to get it fed today. That roach is very defiant, guys. But patience is a virtue, and it pays off if you can wait long enough. Every time I prod it, it turns around and runs the opposite way rather than running down into the burrow. Boy, this roach is being rather troublesome, isn't it? Pardon my French, it's starting to piss me off. We're almost there, guys. Wow. Be patient, and hopefully we will be rewarded with a great takedown here. Sorry, guys. Let me get my camera in position the best that I can here with this. I apologize. Didn't expect all of this. Hold on, let me get another angle. Okay, guys, we're going to try to go ahead and finish off this feeding because we have one more here. And this video is running long just with what little bit of content that we've gotten so far. Sorry if the takedown angle will not be as great. I'm just doing the best that I can. The spider is moving down there in its burrow. So all we have to do is wait and wait and wait. Insert Jeopardy theme here. That darn roach just keeps running right back out of there. It had it and missed it. Darn it. This is really starting to piss me off, guys. Wow. Never had this much trouble in a feeding. This would, of course, only be the second live takedown by my Brachypelma hamori. And now that it's making these unsuccessful attempts at grabbing the prey, it is knocking substrate loose, which is, of course, falling down in the burrow, subsequently just reburying itself. But let's hope that we can get a takedown very soon, because this tarantula is ready to start taking down prey. It has demonstrated that tonight. Sorry you guys are not seeing what I'm seeing. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, one last try. Sorry about that. I had to pause the camera and knock some of that substrate out of the entrance to its burrow so it can basically just rush out of its burrow better and grab this roach. I think that's what was hindering it a lot, was just substrate in its way every time it tried to run at the roach. So we'll see if we can get it this time, or at least steer the roach into the burrow so that the tarantula can eat it on its own. But I would really love to see a takedown, because again, as I said, it would only be the second takedown. This tarantula is very small, so it hasn't been taking down live food a lot. It's been eating a lot of pre-killed, so it's kind of getting to that size now to where it should start taking down food. And I think that we may have freaked it out a little bit just trying to clear out its burrow. But we do have the roach going down into the enclosure now. And again, I would like to apologize for the second feeding attempt and the lack of footage. But I give up on that roach. So let's move on to Augie.